when you want to testify to somebody about your faith. It's like they can see it in you. I can see this in my father, like it was ingrained in him that I will sacrifice my Saturday morning before I go do what I want to do to help a friend out who needs some breaks. People will see your Christian testimony just by your life being an example. As Jesus said, "For you will know them by their fruits." Right? When I was a young kid, we went over to my stepmother. I think it was like her cousin's house, and her cousin was married to a Korean man. So when we pulled up to the driveway, my father, he turns around and he looks at me and he says, "Listen," he said, "we're going to go sit down and we're going to eat." He said, "If they hand you all chopsticks," he said, "if you don't know how to use them, figure it out. Do not ask for a fork and a spoon and a knife. Do not disrespect these people and do not embarrass me. Do you understand?" We're, "Yes, sir." So we go inside. I've never used a pair of chopsticks before, other than like playing around with them and trying to manage these chopsticks. And they had two daughters, and their daughter's about me and my brother's age, and we're sitting there eating and fumbling these chopsticks around. The girl looks at me, she says, "Would you like a fork?" And I'm like, "Oh no, 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 I'm good, I'm good." I'm like, "I'm just fine. This is easy." And she's kind of looking at me like it doesn't look very easy. That was kind of something that my dad taught me: respect other people's way of being there, whether it's a cultural thing or whatever. Like, we're a guest in someone else's house. I don't know, probably about 25 years later, I took my father to eat at this sushi restaurant, and we order the sushi. When the server brings all the sushi and we have chopsticks on the table, he kind of grabs the guy's arm and says, "Hey, could you do me a favor and bring me a fork? I don't." And I looked at him. I said, "Oh, are you kidding me right now? Like, are you serious?" And I looked back, I said, "Don't you dare bring him a fork. Don't you dare bring him a fork." I was like, "He'll figure these chopsticks out." And I told him the story, and he's like, "That doesn't sound like something I would say." I was like, "You're so full of crap. So full of crap."